morning, everyone. Z-Team, so glad we're gathering this morning for our Teach to Teach, our coaching session, all the things we do on Saturday mornings, and we're just here for a half hour. So I am so excited this morning to have our very first VP teach us this morning. Of course, she's taught us before, but she wasn't VP then. So now it's going to be even just better. But you know what? She's really good, and I'm just always excited to have her come on and teach her wisdom because she really was a sponge about 4.5, 5 years ago, soaked up so much of our mentor's teaching, and she literally can. She sounds just like what he used to sound like. I'm always like, oh my gosh, you are so good at repeating and duplicating. So I'm thrilled to have Trish DeMarcus, our VP, our new VP, teach us this morning. So take it away, Trish.
Thank you guys. I'm excited to be here. This is just it's such an interesting full circle moment to be, 4.5 years later, doing something I never thought I'd be doing and loving every minute of it. Because really what this is about what I love about everything I do. It's about helping other people. And that's exactly how I became VP. And I want to share with you how you're going to hit VP, and you can do it really, really quickly. And it's all about helping other people. It's all about helping other people get their money back, get in and get their three, supporting them along the way and teaching them to do the same. And that's really all there is to it. It's that simple. I utilize a team. We're really creating a micro community, if you think about it, where we're all here to support and connect with each other. And I think the biggest skill to learn is how to connect people. I connect people to Colette. I want people to connect people to me. That saying you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself is really, it's the truth. It really does take this like village to do it. And I utilize different people and different strengths in different ways. If you have a skeptic, well, I want to connect him to my skeptic that I have here that is now beating himself up a little bit because he took 6 weeks to study and research and analyze it, right? And now he's the one being like, I wish I wouldn't have done that. Go, go, go. So you can just call on each other's strengths and learn how to connect people. But the very first thing, sorry, I'm having a little bit of a hot flash. Just kidding. The very first thing that I was taught was to build my backyard. It was to gather people and get them in front of the information. And that's really, really, really what we've done. We started when there was no slideshow. There was nothing. I had a card and I stood up and just told my story about this card. And my story has changed so much along the last 6 weeks. I can't even believe it. It used to be about this card and, it's going to get us cool points. We got to buy stuff. Now I'm co-creating a social impact ecosystem. That's my belief around it now because I'm seeing it come into fruition. That's, there's nothing more powerful than an idea that has come. Except the opportunity to act upon it. And I really believe that we have something that has never been done before and is going to change the face of banking. And it starts with your belief. If you don't believe in what we're doing here, if you don't feel it, that translates. Energy does not lie. It just doesn't. So if you have the doubts and disbelief and stuff, that's what's going to be communicated. If you're not even aware of it, it's your music that comes out of you instead of the words that you're saying. So write this down if you have a pen. Belief plus enthusiasm plus action equals results. That's the equation. I'm horrible at math, but this math I can understand. So it's just really about belief in yourself, belief in what we're doing. Michael Zappia here, he was my mentor. He has a really good book called The Belief Quadrant. It's very short, it's very simple, and it's very powerful. And then just that excitement. So really what I try to teach people, have you guys ever heard of the flow chart, like the what you need to know flow chart? No? Okay, well, if you have that pen and
Got it.
paper, everyone to draw a circle, one big circle on your paper. And then I want you to draw a line down the middle, make it a pie. Okay, and then the first quadrant to the right, actually, excuse me. The bottom left, I want you to write, you don't know what you don't know. To me, this is the spot that's the magic. This is where the magic happens, where you don't know what you don't know. It's called ignorance on fire. And that's when you're just excited. What got you excited about this in the first place? Like tap into that energy of what got you here? What got you excited? If I can teach people to, all you have to do is be excited and learn how to connect. And so get people in front of the information. Everyone's different. But for me, it has really been something that I could see could help other people. I know so many people that are renting out rooms in their house to make it. They're renting out their cars. They're delivering food, an Uber. They're doing anything they can to make their dollar stretch. And I found a way that literally gets people up to $500 and beyond, because the comp plan's more than just a pool. The revenue plan's more than just a pool. So, and beyond, by doing, all they have to do is get people in front of the information. So I have to provide information. And that's really what it is. It's getting people excited, sharing something you're excited about. I do it in the most organic, natural way, just when I'm in life. When I am at a coffee shop, and it's really hard right now because so many people coming in don't have that card. Let me tell you how easy it's going to get when you have that card, when you can show your points, when you have that app, when you have the store. Then it's going to flood like it's going to be a runaway train. It's going to be a runaway train. So right now we're just talking and looking for people who are visionaries, people that are open to opportunities, people who are looking, people that are unalignable, people that have vision. And if you guys are all here, then I know you have vision. So it's just really helping your people that you enroll see the same thing. Belief. I love the founder of this company talks about your biggest thing isn't going to be belief in a new ecosystem or a new card or new anything. It's going to be the belief in yourself. So I just want you to know, I only enrolled 4 people. And one I shared. So I only enrolled 4 people. And today I had, I think it was 152 DBOs in my office. I'm going to just be really honest. It only takes 39 to be VP. If you do it perfectly, if you help people in the right way. But I didn't let that frustration get me. I didn't even look at the thing. I was just helping others get their 3. That's like the goal. I just wanted people to get their money back, and I wanted to get them in this pool and change people's lives. So if you can help enough people get what they want, it'll get you what you want. So that's been my mission. And then gathering people. And that's the first thing I would do is the very first presentation we had was 2 people. We did it again the next week. I'm like, I'm just going to get people in front of this information. I drove an hour to someone in Cedar City where 1 person showed up. I had a bunch on the Zoom though. And from that Zoom and that presentation, well, they're a senior manager already, which boosted me to be right. Just, you don't know who you're gonna, so it's just, you just keep showing up no matter what, acting as if the room is full, not being scared. You don't know what you don't know. I'm gonna go back to that chart. Ignorance on fire is all about just really sharing excitedly and connecting to your sponsor or above. I still connect people to last night I connected someone to Colette. I know all this, the presentation, but I'm not going to give it to them. I'm going to connect them to someone else. Okay, the second circle. You know what you don't know.
Where at? Which one? Where does
So
it?
we started at the bottom left. You don't know what you don't know. I can't find the paper to show you guys, but you don't know what you don't know. Your ignorance on fire. You don't need to know. Don't have analysis paralysis. Just think about what made you excited and go find the people that you can be excited about this with. And I loved it. If you can have someone, a friend close in town with you to build this with, it makes it way more fun. If you could buddy up with someone that sees it with you and you guys can just gather people and share the information, it's fun. We just have out, treats and cookies, and they gather in this living room behind me every week on a Tuesday. And I'm not MLM. I'm not giving some presentation. I'm just sharing the information and answering questions. We're just getting together and really building a community. It's a cool micro community here. I've almost completely built this whole thing in my backyard. I have not done anything online. I shared it with 4 people and I'm just helping. Okay, the second circle. You know what you don't know. There's certain things that you don't know. So you start wanting to know. So you start spending a little time on your business. You start watching some videos. You start learning how to give a presentation. You care a little bit more and you start growing. And then the third quadrant, upper right, it's now you know what you need to know. You know what you know, and you really start to grow. And that's really when you just step into leadership. You don't let fear hold you back. You can get on a Zoom, speak without too much fear, just one hot flash. And then the last quadrant is flow. And that really is the flow state, is when it's just natural. It's just part of life. It's just integrated in what you do. You're just always making connections and talking and creating relationships and sharing because it's something you love. And that's just a beautiful place to be. I helped someone the other day get her third person, and all of a sudden she's on fire. And in the beginning, it was someone who I knew could be amazing at it, but she wasn't willing to pay enough attention. She was like, yeah, okay, get me a position, Trish. And I finally had to sit down and be like, girl, I had to sit down and say, girl, and wake her up a little bit. After she got her third, she said, I'm not in survival mode anymore. It caused this anxiety or urgency in her, which is good. I can't teach urgency. You want urgency, but sometimes it could cause you to be paralyzed. I say, do not let that stop you. All of a sudden now the third's in there and she's on fire and she's connecting and she's like, I'm doing this. So fear can show up in a lot of different ways. But even if you don't make it in 30 days, you don't get your rebate, say it takes you 6 months to get your third, keep going. There's so many benefits. I've never seen a revenue plan like this. But the people, it's reversed. It's like someone flip-flopped it. I just want to help as many people like Richard Smith says. I want to help as many people get a piece of that pie as I can. We're like member-held banking. I love it. And then probably the biggest thing that to teach your teams and to remember yourself, which I have already taught on, and it's just SW. It's really that emotional curve. Relationship marketing, people in general can cause emotional curves, right? High highs, low lows, getting in their energy. It's about riding those waves and not letting the highs really, because sometimes the highs can get too high and then the crash can be really hard when something doesn't play out or your expectations aren't met. And helping people realize that, sometimes what happens is someone's so excited, they're so excited to do this, and they share it with somebody who says, that's a scam. Did you see this as a scam? And boom, they're gone. They're at one negative thought, one limiting belief, and they're gone. So it's about reaching out. And it's not just the people I enrolled. I reach down all the way down to help. with a message. Hi, I'm here. Do you need me? Let's connect. Is there anyone we can have a coffee date with? I'm your support team. I want to help you win. And the ones that are on fire, put a little flame. There's a little note. Put a little flame on your contact for them to remind you to keep pouring some fuel on that fire. I can go on and on with power quotes and all of that. I really just would love to have a conversation if anyone has any like questions or anything they struggle with.
Tell them what SW means.
Oh, thank you. This is me on 4 hours of sleep, right, Colette? I went to bed at 2:30. SW is some will, some won't. So what? Sounds negative, but really that is the posture of it. When you stop caring what other people think, well, it's pure freedom. It's probably the biggest work that there is. But it's next. Some will, some won't next. And it's the next with like in the most loving way. It's not an upset. It's not an ugly feeling. You can go around them actually. If it's a no, you can go around them. Someone's waiting. Yes. Someone else is waiting. There's another SW.
That's the thing for me is realizing that there's people we haven't talked to who are waiting for us to talk to them. So that someone's waiting, it helps to soften that edge for me. That's so what, it's like someone's waiting,
Absolutely. And leaving the door open always, because it's timing. And a lot of times it's just not right now. I mean, we just had someone who joined that 2 months ago was like, absolutely, I could not even look at it. It was overwhelmed. It was just not the time in life. And sometimes that happens in its timing, and always leaving that door open and saying, okay, well, when you're ready to take a look at this, I'm here. And being able to just keep that door open and going around. If this isn't for you, do you know of anybody that could really use this right now? Because usually then if they're turning you down, they want to help you too. They want to help you. Yes, Jeff.
Good morning, Trish, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Couple points you hit there that really struck a chord with me as always. You have great teachings. The belief quadrant, I think we need to make sure we have that available to everyone to read at and make it actually a bit of a required reading. That one will get you going. The other term that our mentor brings in that I circle around, and that is path changer. When you consider yourself a path changer, changing the path of people's lives by giving them and showing them this opportunity, there is no greater joy that you can feel by doing that and seeing them successful. In my day job, I'm passionate about leadership and helping my people. But there are days that aren't so great when I have to change people's path in a negative way, meaning I have to furlough them or let them go for another reason. But I don't, and I call that changing someone's path in a negative way. I do everything I can to make sure that path they have that they're going to is a good one, no matter what. So I don't mean to bring that business in, but this path changer that I'm talking about with respect to our opportunity and our group here, we're changing people's paths financially on so many levels. The community that we have here, the community that Trish has, really does take people to the next level in their lives and puts them on a path. And personal development is a journey. You get on that path and you keep going, and you will actually at times feel like it's like you're going downhill because it's a lot faster and a lot easier. And sometimes when you run into something that really is stuck in you slow down a little bit and pay a little more attention to it. So a couple of things that you mentioned here, Trish, just sort of resonate with me as well. And thank you for that. And I just wanted to add a little bit to our meeting today.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I love the insight. Appreciate you. It's been fun to grow with you. Anyone?
Yeah, I'll ask a question. Thank you for your presentation. I'm Sharon Jurgens, and I'm new, but I'm currently in another company right now. So, and I'm in leadership in the other company. So I need to find the balance right now between tiptoeing around that one until I get established with Transact. So I've been quietly reaching out with nobody that's associated, obviously, with the company. So I'm in a little different place. So any suggestions?
You're in the exact same place as me, actually. I'm in another company as well. I'm
Okay.
on the advisory board of another company. So to me, it's a different lane. This is going to be, it's already filled the paperwork to be a franchise model, right? And my other business is in health. It's in health. And I believe that people are like ants. They're everywhere. So I'm not focusing or taking away from that at all. This is another lane that I can help people stretch their dollars so they'll be able to spend money on the things they can't afford, which is usually expensive supplements, all the things. So I'm really just being able to, and that company is not for everybody. There's some things that is going to attract those kind of people. This is going to attract someone else. And I just had a coach, that told me 7 streams of income and not rely on one. And so I look for opportunities and ways I can integrate it. I will tell you that my energy, when I came in and Colette, talked to me about this, I said, yeah, I'll integrate this into what I do, but I'm not really going to, I didn't really think I was going to build this or take the energy or time to do this. I just thought it'd be something I offered the card to people in my community. Quickly, when I saw how much I could help people and how quickly they're getting that revenue off the bat, and how much opportunity I had in front of me, my energy went whoosh. And interesting enough, as my energy has gone here, my other business is organically growing on its own. Like it's maybe because I don't know, but I've somehow magically found the balance. And sometimes I might have to go over here for a minute, but right now it's this kind of running phase. So I would say maybe, I know that you're in leadership in this other thing, but I would go to networking events. I would go to whatever you're into, yoga classes, wherever the people are, coffee dates, and I would build new relationships, go to BNIs, speak, whatever you could do to get in front of new people. And it doesn't take a lot of them. Like I said, I did 4.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you. Well, I do have people I'm currently having conversations with, so that's good. And I'm active in pickleball, so I know, and none of those are using the other products that I represent. So I'm just trying to find that piece where to start reaching out to them. Yeah. So thank you. Yeah, that makes me feel, because I'm super excited about this. It's hard for me not to, kind of keep things a little on the down low right now because I'm ready to burst. Right, Colette? So anyway, thank you. And I loved just everything you had to say. So I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you. I see a hand up, Suzanne.
Good morning. Thank you so much for your training. Sharon, I thought that was, well, first off, I play pickleball, so we're sisters, okay?
Yes.
I use that. And, now I'll share with you, Colette and Annabelle know quite clearly that there's a person on our team, and he always introduces himself when people ask, what do you do? And he says, I have a bundle of services. Okay. All right. And so now you're trying to recognize what they're looking for. All right. And so that's why I tell them, I said, well, I give them a little peek of this and this. I do this. It does this for you. All right. This one complements, enhances this one. And he'll make a comment like, like he may have 3, he'll say 3. So you can purchase 3, or you can purchase 2 from me, or you could just purchase 1. What would you like to do? And so you just put the platter out there for them. But I do like the comment of who do you know? So when I tell someone this is what I do, immediately it's like, so who do you know? Not you, but who do you know? And just like Trisha said, they're like, well, wait a minute. what about me? And it's like,
Yeah.
oh, well, of course, if you know, so.
Yeah, thank you.
Is that Annabelle? Was that go around? I'm not sure. You mentioned
Yeah,
something.
go around them. Yeah. Uh, that's one, how should I say, one version of the GAT, but I use the GAT in so many, in a myriad of ways to go around them. So it's pretty incredible. But I think too, if people are doing multiple things, I think something really key is to pick up, is that truly their passion, what they're doing? And for a lot of people, it is. It is. That's their baby, you know, or it took a lot of effort to get to that point. We were with a gal with Suzanne yesterday who allowed me, I presented, and towards the end, you know, I could just, in her face, she's overwhelmed with what she does, right? But I still fueled her, I equipped her, I empowered her, saying, I know you have this passion. I don't know that it is her passion. She looked too tired, to be honest. Okay. But she was blocking herself because she has this other, you know, opportunity that she does, or, you know, business that she does. And so I don't, when I'm out there, I don't believe in the word objections. First of all, objections has, it's about the power of your word. So the objection is a heavy word. What you're really doing is you're influencing. That's different. You see how objection versus influence. So my mind is just, how am I going to influence that person to have a shift of this just can add to what she was doing. Now her business with, I believe, her husband is construction. Okay, they have that. So how is Tranzactcard going to alleviate so much burden that I can see? She's not telling me, but it was like, I just have too much. I'm just having too much. I just have too much, right? Yet she's been in this type of a model. So when a person has been in this type of a model, bingo, there, for me, that's green grass for me. So now it's, how do I influence them? Not how I handle their objection. Okay. So I hope that that's helpful.
I like to think of it as, how do I share it in a way that resonates, that they want to take the action or look and see? Because when you're overwhelmed and you can't see, you're not open. So it's, how do you get them to see what's in front of them and just take a minute to see it, right?
I actually, just to follow up, I went out, I was actually physically at her house working my other business with her, and she's on a beautiful 5-acre of land. And so when we went outside, now she starts telling me her dreams, her husband's dreams, why they're out there. And then it's like, so you would agree that having this stream of income while you're sleeping, people swiping, that really wouldn't interfere with, you know, your dream here. And she's like, well, you're right. And it's like, your husband in construction, I mean, do you know how many swipes he does in a day? Do you know how many, you know, just kind of including their circle. And I text Annabelle last night. This was pretty late for me. I don't know if it was maybe 11:30 or something. And she was like, hey, my daughter's interested. It's like, oh, that's good. And then she texted again and she's like, well, so what can we do something tomorrow? Can you tell her something? And I was like, yes, we'll do it tomorrow. So you just give them that room to breathe, and there's no pressure. And we just know, and again, we're conveying our hearts. You know, we're all looking for something that will lessen the load, something that will expand what we currently have, prosper in the abundance. So this, thank you, Annabelle. Thank you all.
Thank you. Yes. Jeremiah.
Well, so right now we cannot get new cards. Is that correct? Because they're in the process of switching banks or whatever the case may be. I would like to hear from you or maybe anybody in the group. How do we sell this without having a physical item in our hand to show that it actually exists?
Oh, well, and you're right. I will say, like, when I have the card, which I still use in presentations, and pulled out, I actually the other day pulled out every card out of my wallet in the middle of it and said, how many debit and credit cards do you guys have? And we all pulled out our cards. And I said, this is the only one I reach for. So it does get a lot easier, but we do have an app too that shows. I tell them the truth. I tell them that we quickly outgrew our banking platform. We have the paperwork in to get our own BIN. New cards will be out in November. We're in beta testing, and you're getting highly rewarded for your patience. You're getting 500 Z-Bucks, which is equivalent to $500 in our store a week. And those are paid out weekly. And I can show you my balance now. I can pull it up and show them my balance on my Z-Bucks. So it's really letting them know, and also saying, like, think about it as even as a customer. If someone would have told you could have a $25 for life membership to Costco, would you have wanted that? It's like right now you can literally get in for $25 for life. So it's just kind of switching the mindset and being honest about it. And I think it's a great thing that this is, halted, and we're switching platforms now before we launch.
That's fair. Thank you. I just want to make sure that I get my 3 in before the end of this month. I just signed up, yesterday or the day before? I can't even remember which day it is. This week is kind of breezed by super quickly. So thank you for sharing that. I will be getting in front of a lot of people. I already have a lot of set meetings, so I'm excited to share this.
Oh, awesome. You're going to do great with it. And you utilize Colette or somebody that has been using the card. I can show, I have 18,000 points, and I've been enjoying the whole process. And it took me a minute. It took me until I had that card in my hand and I got to swipe, and I realized if you even realize how many times people swipe a day, like you're getting your coffee, your Netflix subscription goes through, you're going to get your groceries, it just adds up and it adds up. And this is just a way for people to make money off bills that they're already paying. Like, it's just, right? So,
well, also, do we have a flyer or something that shows the type of things that can be, and I can probably ask Jeff this stuff too, but there are other new people in here, so I'm going to go ahead and say it anyway. But is there like a flyer or something that's going to show what is able to be purchased with those Z-Bucks, a flyer or like a preliminary website or something like that, that we can show people?
I'll show you.
Yeah.
I got you, JJ.
Yep. There's a really great presentation, a slideshow, which you could utilize, which is what I utilize to show the slides. We also, and I use people. There's someone on my team who's been one of the beta testers in the store. So she's gotten to not only be in there, she's gotten an opportunity to shop in there, et cetera. So I use other people's testimonials, and yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't actually, I go more towards those people who are needing an income opportunity right now. The card is fantastic and phenomenal, right? We're going to help so many people the second they get the card. But what we have in our hands right now, and especially till October 31st, has so much benefit, right? Get someone in front of a presentation, because that will help them to see that this is going to be so much bigger than a card. Someone that wants an income opportunity with a company this has never been done. Never. The fact that we have CEOs, CFOs, doctors, lawyers, so many people seeing this vision. It's about portraying that vision right now, because that's what we want. We really want those people to come on as DBOs, because we're the ones who are going to get this franchise model out there to people. There's so many people right now looking for a franchise, right? There's people that have funding, thousands and thousands of dollars ready for a franchise. And just think, when this hits November and this comes out as a franchise, how many people we're going to be able to, to bring in, right? But right now it's that excitement about a company this has never been done. Never ever on the banking side, on the e-commerce side, and to bring them both together. It's just so much excitement. This is like being at the beginning of an Amazon or a Netflix or something new, right? So it's all about portraying that that kind of thing versus we have a card that's going to, I mean, this is icing on the cake for sure, because this is going to really be what we want to get out there. But to get this out there to the millions, we need lots of DBOs. So that's where I come from right now. Okay, I really only have 3 customers, and they're my husband, my sister. I'm not going for our card members right now, because this is such a huge deal that we have until October 31st, especially. I mean, it's a great thing even after that. You can get your money back now, but those people that coming on later, they're not going to know that we got our money back, right? So the opportunity is so much bigger than any of us can wrap our brains around right now. So I just wanted to hop on and say that, maybe just shift over to the fact that we don't need a card right now. I didn't have a card for, I brought on over 100 and some people before I ever had a card in my hand. It's all about that music that we talked about, right? It's the excitement. It's, oh my gosh, how many people I'm going to be able to help. And a year from now, just think how many people, the positive social impact that we're going to be able to have. So right now, it's just about building that foundation of DBOs.
Sure. And I'm not trying to play devil's advocate by any means.
No.
I just, second and third order effects, this because of this, all these other things. My mind's just going in all kinds of different directions. Honestly, it's kind of excitement, but I just want to know how many angles I can work when I'm having different conversations.
Absolutely. And I appreciate that. I just wanted to come on and say, because you were asking about how you do it without a card. And that's how I did it, so.
Yep.
I
And
appreciate that.
I don't even have a customer. And every time I tried to get one, they became a DBO. So
in the beginning, Trish kept calling me. She goes, I need one customer, because in the beginning we needed one to be revenue qualified, right? And so she goes, Colette, I can't get one, because we had a deadline. She's like, I can't even get one person. Every time I think I have that one, they want to be a DBO. I love it.
That would be the wave on the bottom there, not the wave on the top.
You know what? And another thing, JJ, you can just say it's around the corner, because it is. We're like, oh, we don't have cards. Well, it's just around the corner.
It's a
not
month away.
we're going to get them in a year. It's around the corner, you guys.
Yeah.
3 weeks.
And you're enthusiastic about it. It's around the corner.
So much excitement.
You see that? Now, wouldn't you want to join me? I know you're Jeff, but right? It's around the corner.
and we get to earn money while we wait too. Amy, you have your hand raised.
Good morning, by the way, Trish.
JJ.
Congratulations. I'm so proud of you.
Because of you.
Just the objection of the card, something that I've been using that's really been working. First off, kind of like with Trish, people that initially that didn't come into the business getting the card. I also have my sister, and so it's kind of like a race for who in our family is going to be card members that don't want to become DBOs. So I understand the challenge, but I like to tell my friends, people that see what I'm doing, that will support myself. I say, think of it, you're pre-ordering something that's going to double your spending power or double your buying power. And I always like to use the analogy of, think about this. You got people that will drop $1,100, $1,200 on the brand new iPhone that they don't even have in their hands that might be coming out this Christmas. And everybody goes crazy. And all you're asking for is to take a $25 chance to have the best rewards card that you have in your wallet that is going to put money back into your pocket. And it's kind of like you gotta make them think about what people do, people that don't have any money, but they'll figure out a way to buy $1,000 iPhone. And yes, we all need our phones. We need our phones for everything these days. But you're giving them this $25 card that can seriously change their lives. And they're going to love it so much. It's going to change the lives of the people that they come in contact with. And we're going to reward them for sharing that with us. So make it really simple when it comes to customer gathering. And
I like that. Yet my favorite acronym is KISS. Keep it stupid simple. So I'm all about that. Thank you.
Yeah. So hopefully that helps.
I love that, Amy. Thank you so much for that, because literally I'm just going to go out to people and say, do you want to take a chance and put $25 down on something that's going to double your dollars for a whole entire year? And it's only going to cost you what you probably pay for a burrito these days. Put $25 down. Come on. Do I have that credibility with you? Pay $25. You're never going to have to pay a fee again. if you do this now, and you're going to get double reward points for a full entire year. It's $25. You know, people put $25 down on lottery tickets, and you know, what's their odds in winning in that, you know? So that's where I'm going with this. Once I start to have to get customers, I'm gonna go sit down with every single one of them and sign them up right then and there. And you know, we're gonna have gift cards that we're gonna be able to give out as well. For this card, and won't that be fantastic? You're buying them a gift card that's going to help them, and it's going to help you for days to come, for years to come. So it's very exciting.
I'm really loving talking to people about this, the Go, when that's coming in November, because I just think about around here where I live, at least in Utah, there's so many fundraisers. We still have like kids coming door to door, selling candy bars and stuff, like wrapping paper, in the schools that have the fundraisers, and to be able to have an opportunity where the school can send this out to all of the parents, and they can choose in to have this card, and every time they swipe for life, that school's making money. Like, how awesome is that? Or a church group or anything. There's so many ways to go about that in the future that we could mastermind and think about. But right now it's just about getting people enrolled in the vision, exactly like Colette said.
Absolutely.
Hey, Colette, is that, is the Go, can a 501(c), like, that's how I know that is it tagged to a person, or is it going to be tagged to the school? Is it tagged to the business? I'm not quite understanding when they're explaining the Go. It just seems like it's attached to one person that has 10,000 followers. But what about a charity?
The parameters have not been set up on that, and that's why I really don't talk about the Go very much.
Okay.
Because once again, it's not in the warehouse. If something's not in the warehouse, I don't talk about it too much, just because I don't have all the rules, the regulations, anything around it. I don't know that. So it is exciting. And I love what it is all about, but I just don't know enough about it. So.
Okay.
I'm sure they're going to make both things. You know, I'm sure it's going to be able to be, because it used to be the Go and the Pro, and now it's just the Go. So I'm sure that we're going to be able to take it out to those influencers and use it there, and have a way for the nonprofits to sign up as well.
Yeah, Colette made a great point there, and the quote is, if it's not in the warehouse, don't sell it. So that ties directly to our compliance as well. I mean, don't sell something we don't offer. And the best thing to do is be educated on what we sell and what we offer, so that you are compliant, and stay in tune, stay on corporate calls, stay on the updates, so you know as things are coming, because the owners of this company are giving us what we need when we need it. And they are really good at it. That's what I like, is that they're making really good progress and they're keeping us well informed. So thanks. I just want to add to that, Colette.
Thank you, Jeff. And thank you so much, everyone, for piping in this morning, asking questions. And Trish, that was amazing. As always, you are one of the best teachers I know. So I'm always excited to hear you teach us, because I learn from you every single time as well. Thank you all this morning. We have coming up next at 9:30 Pacific time will be the corporate training, and it should be a really good one. Make sure you hop on there. It's on a new link from now on, tzttraining.live. There's no more having to hop on early, because it's a webinar style. It will not max out. So just go ahead and hop on this morning and learn from our corporate team. So thank you, guys.
Colette, the graphic that came out about today's training still had the Tranzactcard.live on there as well on the graphic. I don't know.
Not on Facebook, our page, but yes, it's because it came out yesterday. We have a new person doing those graphics for us. And
okay.
Yep. So
all right. Yeah, just because I had a couple people question me on that. I have the other link as well, but
okay.
The graphic still shows it.
I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Without that. So okay. Thanks.
It's still going to be confusing. All right, you guys have a great day. Thanks for the training, Trish.
I do have a question. Does this get streamed into the Facebook group by chance?
What we're doing right now?
Yeah.
This will get posted there. It's not streamed right now, but it will get posted. The recording will.
Okay. Yeah. I won't be able to make it every Saturday. I have teenage kids, and so sometimes we have stuff going on in the morning, as you all know.
Absolutely. So. Absolutely. We try to put all of our recordings out. So thank you.
Thank you, team.
JJ, you're going to crush it.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
You're speaking the speak, and you're walking the walk. You're going to crush it. You could see
I really
it. You could
appreciate
see
that,
somebody.
buddy.
No, you could see somebody on the screen. You almost know instantly when someone gets it right away, and you could tell you have it. So, looking forward to meeting you down the road. Peace.
Yeah. Thanks, Steve.
And by the
Anyone
way,
reach out
JJ,
anytime. I'm
JJ,
available.
Thanks
Yeah,
for
buddy.
JJ?
serving, man. See ya.
JJ,
Take care,
you're in
everyone.
amazing hands with Jeff. You're
Oh,
in
yeah.
amazing hands with
Yep.
Jeff. He's
True.
just a beautiful person. Okay.
I don't
And
know,
they don't
Jeff.
come
They're talking
smarter
you
than
up, man.
Jeff. Britt
They are.
Myers.
That's dangerous. You better live up to all that, buddy.
Jeff paid for all of our card memberships for us to say that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Checks in the mail, everybody.
Hey, don't forget mine. I'm new, but I'm still part of the team.
Jeff's awesome. He's great. See you guys. Good
Bye,
training
everyone.
today.
Happy
Hey.
Saturday.
Everyone have a safe
VIP
day.
training from a VP. Woo!
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Thanks, Trish.
Have a beautiful day.